So this is our first time out in a tandem. We're about half a mile from home at the moment. I need to adjust my reins up a bit. The trouble is I broke some reins, and you just don't realise, you know, like these two, I've got some biothane on the wheeler horse and some webbing on the leader horse, which just makes things a little bit more difficult, obviously, doesn't it? Because one slides very easily, one slides less. The other day I had to use webbing reins and an ordinary webbing rein, and that made it difficult. But yeah, they're going along nicely, really. All right. Come on. So my lighter horse is out the front. When I say lighter, there's very little difference in them, but he's just a little bit lighter body weight. That's not the reason I put him out there, is because he's a little bit more flighty than the one in the wheel. So a lot of people would say, we've done it with a pair of colours not so long ago, but a lot of people would turn around and say that, well, you're crazy doing that. Well, it's not, because if we get him out there now and he learns the job, settles down straight away, it'd be lovely. If you put him in here and put one out the front, so he's been single but he's never had one in front of him, then you'd have problems, because when you want to change him, he's the sort of horse, every time you make a change, it's a big problem. He has to think about it, you know, accept what you've done and all that type of thing before, you know, he's happy, sort of thing, you know. So, you know, all in all, they're going nicely. Lovely pair. They're not particularly, you know, stepping horses. They're not like Gelderlander, but they're Dutch Sports crossed with bees, I believe. You know, Welsh bees. So, come on, babies. So for their first time out in a tandem, they're good. What I'd done, I faced them into the yard and I turned them tight in the yard to the left. Come over. Right, good. Turn them tight to, go on, trot. Turn them tight to the left in the yard, which is a tight turn down by the, you know, the weight of the horse swaying scales. But they turned, but you'll learn a lot on the first turn you do, sharp turn I mean. You learn a great deal, and it's best to learn it in the yard. So what he does, when he sees daylight, you know, he gets on a bit, the lead horse. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But what I am saying is, so he will snatch away. So and pull your other horse round. So people say, well, surely you adjust that. Yeah, you can adjust it with your reins to a great extent. What we're looking at is not whether we can steer him, is his attitude. What's his attitude going to be, you know, with horse up his behind him. So that's what I'm trying to get over to you. But people won't believe, I don't really care what people believe. But this is their very first time in, and I think we can, come up, come on, leader, pick it up. When we come up to this turning, we're going to turn left in a minute. That is a mile to there from home. Is that right, Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah, a mile from home. So when we turned in the yard, we made a nice, she'd come into the turn very nice. You know, had me also over the other one with the opposition on to keep him going towards the right. And it was all right, don't get me wrong, he just come away from it a bit fast. Well, that's what he'll do 2 or 3 times till he gets the feel of it and knows he mustn't pull hard. You know, he just needs to come round sensible. So, come on. You know, he just needs to come around sensible. That's basically what we're doing. And I want to, you know, like there they go, slack rein a pair of them, perfectly straight line. There's a bit of water in the field there, he's just had a look at, but other than that, perfectly straight line on a slack rein. And that's exactly what we're looking for, because that, what? So it's all in the training. I'll keep trying to explain it, but it's that very first encounter I had with them, and that first little bit of discipline, yeah, just puts them in the right place to do their job, you know, basically that's it. Only in rubber bits. I've got masses of room in my britching here. I don't need that much, but all our vehicles have brakes on all round, you know, like 4 brakes. Front and back brakes, in other words. So we're all right there, we don't need to run him over, but I want him to be a little bit sloppy to start with, you know. So if I stop him now, whoa, stand still. That's the very first stop they make. Walk on, walk, walk. I've got to raise my voice, obviously, because my lead horse is so far away. Go on, hop, trot. People say you shout at them. Well, of course I do, yeah. So I think it's better to communicate by your voice. But obviously, once they're trained and they've got it, you don't need to raise your voice unless they do something wrong, or unless they're doing something, or, you know, taking liberties, then obviously you've got to. But up until that point, no, they're fine, you know. 2 nice horses these are, you know, or ponies really, they're not. How tall are they really, these two? 14.3, 14.2, 14.3. Hup! Only youngsters. How old are they? 4 going on 5, yeah. I don't know what time of year they was born, but May, June time, so they're away from it yet a bit, so they've got a bit more growing to do. But they develop lovely, you know, like this one here on his quarters. You'd never believe he's only the age he is, because they're absolutely sweet, you know, lovely. I like to get my range right and keep them there, yeah? But obviously, come up, obviously, when you first put them in, it's hard but to get them where you want them. I never buckle my reins together like most people do in a team or a pair, never. Only for the reason that with young horses, you never know when you've got to get them out, you know. So if your reins are tight together, you can be in trouble, you know. But they're going along sweet. I mean, what more do you want for first time out, really? But people are amazed when they come here, you know, from all over the world. They come and visit us for a day, and they're amazed. Well, it's not because you're amazed. It's what I'm trying to say to you. It's the groundwork, that very first encounter. And we do clinics on that, you know, where people come along and we get them to bring horses that are very green or untouched, preferably, and we teach them a few things to do. Because once you've established, it's like I keep saying this, but it is very true. It's like a child, you know, very much like a child that come over. Back in line. You have to teach them discipline. So, you know, you don't want them to touch the fire. You've got to tell them no, and you've got to be firm. You know, you don't want to smack them. No one wants to smack a child. Of course they don't. But at the same time, you've got to be firm, and they've got to do what you ask them to do. because obviously it's how you doing, all right, mate? Obviously it's a dangerous thing, driving horses on the public highway, and therefore they've got to be up to the job. I'm perfectly happy to do it, which is the most important thing. But this lead horse, well, they're both nice, you can't fault either one of them, but they're so different characters. Like this one in the wheel now, oh, he played up at the gateway, 35 minutes of rearing. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. So that lead horse up there, for instance, is terribly impatient horse, and he poured the ground, you know, when we was coming in the gate and asked him to stand at the gate. He wanted to jump over the gate, do anything other than what he was told. I'm back home now and I'm going in, you know, like that sort of attitude. So, you know, people say to me, well, what you want is a bloody good. You don't want a bloody good hiding, that's just soppy. You don't want to smack it in any way. You don't want, hey, you don't want any corporal punishment. That's no good. Never would be no good, would it? You know, you can't do one fear for another. That's just crazy. So, or when they're uptight and frustrated because you're not, you know, you're not, hey, allowing them to do what they would like to do, they find that very frustrating. And it don't make any sense to them, does it? You've been taking them out for ages. Get back to the gate, open the gate, while you go through the gate. What's it when you ask them to stand, they won't stand. No, we don't do it like that. He's trying to tell me how we're going to do it. Well, obviously that's no good at all, is it? You know, there can only be one driver. If you look at these horses, I keep saying this as well, as your motive power, the bit that allows you to get on, you know, your engine, in other words, yeah? Right. See this rain on the near side here, this is not for the camera, this is for you. See them few twists in it. They're always better flat, because as that runs forward it might seem nothing to you, but to him it's unrolling and it just gives him a tiny bit more weight on his mouth. When they're soft mouth like we make them, make a big difference. Go on, hook. Hey! Canter! Hey! Still keeping a nice straight line, canter. They both got to stop on a sixpence. Whoa! And walk. I've got to go away at the walk. But each one of them have been, you know, obviously done that in their training before we set off doing the tandem. Trot, babe, trot. But I don't, as I say, I don't put them together. But if you see what I mean, I've got one bioframe rein and one webbing rein, which you can't slide them about in your hands, give and take with them as easy as you can if they're both the same. Come on. So we're going to turn to the right here. Steady, baby. Steady. Just walk. Oh, it's going around anyway. Trot. Trot. What? People say to me, oh, you know, you're better on this little country lane. Yeah, yeah. I'd sooner be on a more road than this, a wider road. Only because if you get something coming up here and you've got to squeeze by, when you've got something this long, because, you know, I've told you before, we have our horses a long way out in the shafts, because we're training. So if you put a buck in or something happens to upset him, he's not going to hurt his little legs by kicking back and hitting the cart, is he, obviously? So there's that. And then we have the same thing with the leader traces. We give them plenty of room. We can tighten it all up later on. But, you know, if this lady, I should say, was going to show these horses in a tandem, then we'd screw it all down, you know, tighten it all up and what's it? But, you know, when she decides what she's going to drive, a pair or a tandem. So, yeah, they're going really nice. Pleased with them. Go up, babe, go on. What? What I'm going to do now is bring my wheel over there, my wheeler there. Go on. Still keep going in a straight line up the road, can you see? Nothing to do, got a car coming now, so I don't have to worry about that for a minute. Go on. Good boys. Go on, babe. Go on out. Thank you. Now, if you notice there, I didn't come off the road. The lady very obligingly stopped opposite that gap. I didn't come off the road. Now, why didn't I do that? Well, because, one, that gap's not always going to be there. When we get up here a bit, another car could come and we've got to squeeze it too. Well, if you teach the horse, basically what you are doing, if you do that a couple of 3 times, teach your horse, when a car comes, but sometimes it's not always convenient and there's nowhere to go. Hey! So you're better off just taking them through the tight spot, the narrow gap if you like, and keeping them, you know. But that's just a matter of experience, I suppose. You gain over the years. If you love what you do, you know. Hey, baby, look. I know this. I'd like another lifetime doing the same thing to get it right, because there's so much more to learn, so much more to understand about these horses. Get the best out of them. But if you look at me horses, they're happy, aren't they? Cows are off their quarters, my wheeler's listening to me, and my leader, he's got his ears pricked forward. But if I talk to him, hey, hear him come back, so that's nice, yeah? He knows I'm talking to him. You do, see him come back. So, I know he's listening, in other words, because the worst thing in the world is that one out the front that's not listening, because they're away with the fairies, you know, looking at the scenery, or other horses in a field and you haven't got their attention. Obviously that's quite dodgy. We was out with a pair the other day, funny enough, in a tandem. Come up! Driving 2 little cogs. Well, this is a prime example of what I mean. We go round to the little village shop and get our bits and pieces, you know, loaf of bread, pint of milk, whatever. Come on! Come over. Come over! So you see me change the tone of my voice then? Come over when you're told. I don't want him cutting that corner. Now the other reason that he's done that, he's been on the offside in a pair. So he's saying to me, that's not my line, I'm over here a bit, you know. I've got to tell him, no it's not, you're going to be where I asked you. And every little lesson like that is, you know, great. That's what it's all about. Right. This is a dodgy place here, these 2 cottages coming past. There's always cars parked on the left hand side, and there's little children come to visit their grandparents there. And as soon as they hear the horses, they come running out. Makes the horses startled. Trot! Or can do, you know. So yeah, all in all, very pleased. first time out, and I mean, we want their head carriages a little bit better and like that. But that'll come, you know, all that can be polished later on. It's just giving them the confidence, especially my little leader up there. He's getting all the confidence in the world, not me shouting and hollering at him. Occasionally I've got to tell him get on and like that, but he's going out. He's going out and just getting on with his job sweet. People say tandems are hard to drive. Yeah, they are really, and it's obvious why, isn't it? Because that horse out the front has nothing, I think the right word is tangible, nothing solid to hold on to, yeah? So he ain't got any shafts up his side. This horse can feel the friction bang him up the bum, can't he? He can feel the shafts on him. He's got some sort of security in that, you know, slight confinement between the shafts also becomes security. When you get the horse out front, he's got nothing. Nothing whatsoever, is it? Hey! Trot on! Trot on! So as I was saying, we've come round the shop the other day with a pair of colours, and no, two in tandem, they've been in a pair, but we've come round the shop, we've gone up, and gone up. They stopped at the shop because we'd done that a couple of times before. Come on, get on, up, trot, trot. Go on, bush, go on, up, baby. Yeah, they stopped at the shop a couple of times. They thought that's it, and also, not only we stopped at the shop, but we turned around and gone back. We've done a couple of short trips, so they thought, right, okay, oh yeah. You know, that's what we do. We'll stop and go back. Go on, baby, up. Go on, up. Hey. Come on, babies. And it's nice to see a few people about the village. You know, it's a weekend day, so a few people not at work and been down to the pub or whatever for lunch, I don't know. Go on, babies, up you go. Up. Go on. Right, a fella over from Canada, and he said to me, I'm mighty impressed, you know, about what we're doing. But it's only like, as I say, if you start them off right, and each lesson you give them, no matter how tiny it is, make sure it's consolidated. Trot on! Trot on! Hey, come on! Make sure it's consolidated, so they've definitely got it. If you try and cram too much in their head at once, it'll go hickledy-pickledy, you know, it'll be like messed up, you know, it won't be right. Come on. Go on. And Ree will be driving these, because there'll be a lady driver, so Ree will jump up, much smaller than me he is, and he'll take them on. Different pair of hands and like that. He done them in a pair, like that. But I don't drive. I don't do the camera work very well. Probably what we've got to take them around the field yet. We've got, fortunately, there's a big estate where we live. Come on. And we're allowed to go around as long as the ground's not too wet around the edges, so we can do about 4 or 5 miles, run a couple of fields opposite us. Well, we need to do that because obviously sometimes you get horses that are used to being on the road, on a paved area. You put them out and go round there, and they think it's playtime. You know, they start getting on and backing, and you know, they think it's time to have a play. You know, go on, up. You know, the way we've got a swingle tree in front of this wheeler horse, it won't be conventional as people, you know, people who drive Tandem would be saying, oh no, we don't do it. Well, that's the way I do it. Yeah, and everything I do is done for a reason, and the way it's fitted to the harness, etc. Come on. It's best for these horses now. I mean, obviously we have plenty of equipment and we can change it round. It's like someone remarked the other day that you don't have bridging on your lead horses. Well, 100% correct. But when we go out with a team of horses or a tandem, sometimes we'll go downtown and swap them over, and you know, so they come back. Might have been in the wheel and they'll go in the lead or whatever. So sometimes we do that. But anything we do it for a reason. Come on, up boys. So this trip here, what's this, 5.5 miles, 3? A bit more, about 6.5, yeah. So for their first time out, that's a nice distance to go. They're very fit, you know, because obviously they've been doing all their other training. Right. So yeah, you know, I'll raise my voice if I think they're not getting the message, you know, because I don't use whips to communicate with them, just my voice and my hands, you know. I don't believe in whips. I mean, I don't disbelieve in them, but I don't think they're a bad thing at all. But if you've got, come on, if you've got your horse in the right place in his head, you shouldn't have to use a whip. We do carry whips, just so we can swish them and make a noise when we're going along. Come on, trot, just in case the horses are going in the show ring. You know, they come over. Like that there is lovely. Someone's just put them signs there. This road was blocked yesterday. A little bit of road works to do. Come on. And the signs are in left there and he's taking no notice. Trot! Trot! Go on baby, on you go. Trot! Now down this bit here of this certain piece of road, like here for instance, you don't want to get too near to that metal rail because the road is breaking away there. And one day, obviously, it will break away, and you don't want to get your horses. Come on, hey, trot. And here, the same thing applies. The road's breaking away, and it, you know, a car went into it the other day because the road's literally falling into the ditch. And obviously they've got to wait till the final weather before they can repair it. Go on. Come on, baby. So that little touch of the rein, that little tweak, they've got to answer, you know, and that's why I believe so much in a soft rubber bit. Because if they'll answer me on that, which you've just seen with your own eyes, you know, they'll answer me and do what I ask them to do on that soft rubber bit. To me, that's worth a fortune, you know, that's worth everything, really. Go on, hop. That seriously is worth a lot. The other thing is, when horses are clipped like these are, they've come back, like I say, they was here before to be broken and they went home for a while and they come back to do single and tandem. Obviously we put them back in pair as well. Come on! And yeah, this is crude now, whistling your horses, calling them and like that. That won't happen in a minute. It's just I've got to get the leader's attention. Make sure he's listening. Come on, up boys. Yeah, but I'm real pleased with these two. Well, pleased with all your horses you do, ain't you? Or you try to be. I like them when they stretch your brain a bit. You know, obviously a little bit more of a challenge. A different discipline, like we don't do many tandems, obviously. But, you know, we do a spate of them. Go on. Up, boys. Up. Up. All right, up we go. So this one here coming up over this hill. Come on, get on. Yeah, oh, a great big lorry could come up there. We've got a massive drop. Go to the left hand side here down this bank, as you can see, with no fence to stop them. That's a big old drop down there. If they've got their feet over there, you know what I mean, if they've got their feet over there, but go on, good boys, that's it, come over. Just let these cars go that we've accumulated. And you never hear anybody toot us or shout or get cross, very, very rarely, because we're always thinking of the traffic, you know, that we're not impeding the flow. That's most important, and get that right, you know. Come on, baby. Come over, darling, you're a good boy. So as I say, your lead horse can drift from side to side, because no reason why you shouldn't, is there? There's nothing there, not like we got the shafts, where they go and touch the shafts, and obviously they teach themselves to stay between the, don't run along with leaning on one shaft, do they? Obviously. Come on in, trot. Trot. I don't do that. Come on, my baby. The other thing is, when you're working with horses, it's a very good thing. I don't mean to flatter my little mate, but it's a very, very good thing that you have a good, you know, what we call co-pilot, someone that knows the horses, and you get to work with one person, and it just clicks and works well. Come over, come over, come over. Right, come round. Hey! That's good. Yeah, Ray's just saying to me, the tails are swinging lovely. Come on, up together now. Come on, work together. Up. So there's no tension in their, you know, in their tails. They're not holding them out rigid. They're flopping from side to side. You know, they're happy just to go along and do their job. Trot, boys, trot. Hey, come on, trot. I have got some very nice whips, you know, that I've collected over the years, some lovely ones. And I've got a beautiful tandem whip, it is lovely. And if I was out in a cocking cart, you know, on a Sunday and for a bit of a show, you know what I mean? Come on, baby, get up there. Then I would, you know, I might well come over. You know, I might well get dressed up a bit and go out and stop at a couple of pubs and have lunch at one and like that. But we never seem to get the time these days to do that, you know. It's always difficult when you get a, you know, a good few horses in like we have at a time to break. You know, averaging, I don't know. Go on. Well, anywhere between 8 and 12. You know, obviously got some coming and going. Well, what we are getting more and more of, I think people perhaps listen to me, what I've got to say, and they send their babies here, youngsters, you know, what they've bought, foal, yearling, 18-month-old, just for that groundwork, just to get a lovely basis for when they come back and are trained. It does really pay dividends, you know, it does. It makes the whole process much better. I wouldn't say particularly quicker, but you don't run the risk of any, it takes out that possibility of them taking longer than they normally do, you know. They're definitely done in the time, and probably the standard that we want to achieve with every single horse we do, you know. And when people say to me, well, just have it for a couple of weeks, I say to them, no, I'll have to have it for as long as it takes. It normally takes 6 weeks from start to finish. That's a green horse. Well, it doesn't really matter to that extent, but if you say a green horse that'll, you can lead it around, tie it up, pick its feet up, but never had anything else, never had a bit in its mouth, never had a harness on, you know, and they're the best ones for us because it's a blank canvas, isn't it? Come on. Jimmy Choo, these are called. It's supposed to be something to do with a pair of shoes. I wouldn't know, but go on. Come on, hup. So, you know, it's a lovely day today, and it's not really even cold. You know, like you would think it would be for February. Come on, hup. These are two nice babies, nice horses, only babies, yeah. Both different natures though. One's a stroppy, you know, stroppy teenager. The other one's, some days not sure whether it's poached, boiled or fried, you know what I mean? Wait. Trot. I'm sitting quite low down in this vehicle, this particular vehicle, and it's not too small for them or anything like that. Hey! Nothing like that, it's not too small for them, but maybe it's, it doesn't give you the view that you should have. But I've got seats, obviously I've got seats that I can put on. But for this, I've got my up the back, the other trainer, standing up and filming. Go on, hup! Well, obviously, come on, get up. Hup, boys, hup! Hup! Good boys. Hello, my dear, all right? Go on, hup! Hup! Hup, boys! So we're very, very lucky. I've always considered myself lucky to have the privilege of working with horses. But you know, what's better for us and other people I know that are in the horse job, you know, in whatever capacity, they say, you know, it must be lovely to have, you know, a lot of people work with the same horses year in, year out. But to have none of them stay any, or very rarely, stay any longer than 6 weeks. So you have a new lot in, and you get new horses all the time, and that's what I think, without sounding conceited, I don't mean it in that way, but that's what makes you good with horse, because you've got the different ones, haven't you? Go on, hup! You know, you've got a challenge every time of different horses. Come on! So so people will never believe it, and I don't, you know, and I really don't care, because I'm not here for my own glorification. You know, I make these films. People say they like to watch them and they learn from them, and just to show you what we can. I don't mean this in a big-headed way, like, but what is possible to do with young horses. You know, when you've got them in your pocket, as I call it, you've got their attention, they trust you, and they're safe, confident and happy, then what else is there? And these two boys are loving their little time out with the old sunshine. Yeah? He's just started bobbing his head in the front. That's a little habit he's got into, especially on the way home, but we'll cure that. That's not too much of a problem. We can sort that out. I mean, if you was to give him a sweetie now, a bit of candy, or hey, for our American audience, yeah, candy. If we give him a bit of candy, he wouldn't be doing it. He'd take his mind off it straight away. So it's nothing physical that's wrong with him or anything like that. It's just a little habit he's got into doing. I had all hey, pack up. Had big monogram plate, biggest, heaviest monogram plate on a face drop on a team of 4. Well, he shook his head a couple of times up and down, and it would come down and bang on his forehead. Come on. It would come down and bang on his forehead. Well, he loved the noise it made. Oh my God, to get him out of doing it was hard work. You know, as soon as he had a dropper on, he'd want to flick it up and down. But we got it out of him, we stopped him doing it. Or persuaded him not to do it, I should say. Be a better way of doing it, wouldn't it? Go on. Go on. So yeah, that's real good.